Hey guys, welcome back. Here we are, my new eBay operations office. Slowly getting it somewhat organized. Still need, I got a death pile getting pretty wild here. So I think I'm not going to do much sourcing for at least a week or two until I get through some of this crap I got. There's nothing too great to list, but and that's part of the reason it's not listed, but I just need to get it listed. It's decent stuff, probably with not the highest sell-through rate, but it's stuff that just needs to be listed, so I need to get on that. It's one of those things where if I kind of lose interest, it just sits in a pile. And before I start sourcing here, because my space is limited, I wanted to at least get the death pile listed before I start going crazy with the sourcing again, and get this pile organized, because I got tons of military shirts I need to get listed, some older BDU stuff that needs to be listed. So I just need to buckle down and list it, which is what I've been doing with patches, which I sold a few patches this weekend. We had a fairly decent weekend. Just decent. Not quite as good as last weekend, but I sold more items, and I'm getting kind of back to my numbers of my normal weekends before I moved. So listing every day. I've been listing at least 5 items every day, at the very least. Some usually more, but at the very least 5. And it's been mostly patches and whatever I come across and this stuff, because Gina came back with a pile of stuff from New York that I've been going through, figuring out what was listed, what's not listed, what needs to be relisted, and what needs to be just actually taken pictures of and listed, which was more than I kind of really originally thought. So, but we'll go through a couple of the sales for the weekend here. The first one we got here was a vintage Hallmark keepsake ornament, Nutshell Workshop. Little elves working in a workshop there. $10.97, free shipping on that. It's just a little guy. I got a bunch of Hallmarks ornaments that I'm hoping will start moving now that Christmas is coming up. That's the first one I've sold in a couple months, so happy to be rid of that one. What keeps you guys, let me know in the comments, what keeps you guys from attacking your death pile sometimes? Is it does it give you anxiety? Is it just because the sell-through rate's not the greatest, or the prices aren't the highest? Sometimes it's the price for me. It's not so much the sell-through rate, but it's like, oh, it's only selling for $10, $15. I would rather be listing $30, $40 stuff, which I would be, but at the same time, if it sells, $14, $15, it adds up, because like my BD uniforms, they're selling, but it's like probably like $20, $30, but I feel like I need to cut the price, be competitive with my pricing, because there's a lot of BDU uniforms listed, the older camouflage uniforms. So I think if I price them cheaper, plus shipping, they should move, right? We'll see. That's what I'm going to be doing today, plus some other stuff. Anyway, I also sold a knife this weekend. So actually, I sold a couple knives, which I just listed a few days ago each. This one's a nice World War II theater-made knife. So what a theater-made knife is, technically, is a knife that a soldier made from whatever he had laying around, which is probably what this is. And you can usually tell by the way they're kind of crude, they're not perfect, there's never a maker's mark. So that one sold for $44.97 plus shipping, so not too bad on that one. I actually sold another theater knife, a nicer one, and some patches, which I've been listing lots of patches this week. This buyer bought both of these, so that's a nice 2 patches going to the same buyer. This one actually sold for $24.97 free shipping, and that is the 18th core Airborne patch. It's missing the tab, but still not bad for $24. And he also bought this one. This is the 23rd core, so he must be looking to collect core patches, and these must be some of the ones he was missing.
Patches! I could use some stinky patches.
This one was only $9.97 free shipping, but I'll put those together. That'll be a nice little 96. I'll use an eBay, or I'll use the eBay envelope option on that to ship those, which gets the shipping to 96 cents, I believe, is what it was last time I used it. Also sold a die-cut Christmas ornament. This guy's been sitting around for quite a while, actually. But 'tis the season to be jolly, right, guys? 1960s Christmas Santa waving cardboard die-cut. He sold for $19.97 free shipping, and I'm just gonna sandwich him in between a couple bits of cardboard, and he will be good to go. Let's see. I sold a Royal Canadian Air Force wireless air gunner insignia wing. That guy got $15 free shipping on that one. Most of these patches came with a big lot that I bought. They're basically a collection of patches, around 900 patches, that I got about $1 each, or a little less than $1 each, I believe, at this point. So most of these are pretty much profit at this point, I believe. And another lot of patches. 102nd Infantry Division, a lot of 4 patches, sold for $17.97. I accepted a best offer on those, just to get some patches moving, get some sales rolling. Because another thing I'm trying to do is I'm trying to get back on my top-rated seller rating. I lost it because of late shipping and a couple. I did have to cancel a couple items because I couldn't find them. So that knocked me down a couple notches. I'm at, like, you can have a defect rate of I think it's 50% or 0.50, and I'm at 0.52. So I just need to get it down 2%. So I've been just kind of taking any sale I can get on most things, especially smaller items, just to get that evened back out, so I can get back on top rated seller rating, save myself a couple fees, and make some buyers feel good about themselves buying from a top rated seller. And the other theater made knife I sold, this one's pretty cool. I liked this one when I bought it. There was a while there where I wasn't sure if I wanted to even sell any of my knives, but screw it. But this one's pretty cool because it's unique, that it's very similar to the M3 style fighting knife, which paratroopers, well, a lot of troops used, but like a lot of paratroopers used during World War II. But it's got the stacked leather handle, and you can just tell this one's theater made just by the way it's sharpened and made. But really unique one. That one sold for $100 plus shipping, so that's a pretty decent sale. I had it listed for $150, and somebody sent me an offer $100. I had about $75 into it, so not a huge profit, if any, there. But like I said, I'm just trying to get some sales moving, get that top-rated seller rating back. And Kodak, for you Kodak guys, sold a bit of advertising. I paid $5 for this at a flea market a few months ago now. This fall, remember it all on Kodak Film. Pretty cool bit of hanging advertising, which sold for $30 plus shipping. That's kind of neat, I thought. Anyway, alrighty then. But yeah, so I'm probably gonna have to get a storage locker, I'm guessing, because, which I already kind of knew, but now it's becoming more of a reality because I just got so much stuff. This place isn't very big, and I just don't got the space. So, and the last sale for this run right here, nice World War II khaki shirt. The main focus on this was the patch. Could have just easily have sold the patch by itself for pretty much the same price, but I did not want to take it off the uniform, because then I'm stuck with a khaki shirt that would be really hard to sell. But I got $40 plus shipping for this shirt. But the patch is show here. It's British made. It's a British made U.S. Army patch made out of felt. It's 8th Air Force, 8th Army Air Force. So, but yeah, that patch alone probably would have fetched about the same price. So just gotta pay shipping. But no, I'm not stuck with the shirt. And I do see it as kind of a shame to take patches off uniforms just to sell the patch, because it's part of history. And I mean, I get it in some instances where the uniforms might be really badly mothy and or mildewy or molded or just tattered. In that case, it's like, okay, but for the most part, I try not to butcher uniforms just for the patches. That's just a preference. A lot of guys do it, unfortunately, but at the same time, a lot of the old timers did it. Probably ruined a lot of, good groupings over the years going back just because they wanted the patch. But what could you do? But last week, sales were okay. I finally got rid of one of my Biggie sweaters. Talk about a couple of the better sales I saw. I just listed it. It was had a nice HPT uniform shirt. It was a big size, so I was able to get a nice price for that. It was a size 42R, which as far as World War II uniforms, that's a pretty big uniform. So pretty big jacket that is. And I sold that for $150 plus shipping. And that is something I bought at the Max show. I think it was it was a $10 pile, $5 or a $10 pile that it came out of. And so I paid no more than $10 for that and made $150 off of it, which it took 2 days, about 2 days to sell. So that wasn't bad at all. And I sold the Biggie shirt finally. I took an offer of $400 on it, which I had bigger offers in the past, but being greedy, I would counter, and then it got stale, and finally got an offer. Plus a couple times, one person, no, that was the Mike Tyson shirt. Somebody made me an offer on the Mike Tyson shirt, never paid. That happened 3 times last week, actually, where somebody made me offers, I accepted, they didn't pay, I had to cancel the orders. And eBay really needs to do something about that, because there needs to be repercussions for buyers that don't pay. Just, come on, like, let's just, please do something about that, because that's annoying, because then it's held up by them. I know some items, it'll stay listed after you've accepted the offer, but these ones didn't for some reason. It stays listed until they've paid, but these ones were pulled and were awaiting payment, and I didn't get that. So for that period of time, I'm out the item and the money. So it's pretty frustrating as a seller. So
it's frustrating. It's frustrating. It's frustrating.
eBay really needs to do something about that. I also sold the other blow mold. I picked up 4 blow molds just about a week ago, 2 weeks ago, 2-3 weeks ago, for $5 each. Paid $5 for this Christmas blow mold, or I don't know where I'm gonna put it over here, but $5 for that, and it sold for $99.97 plus shipping.
Oh my God!
I sold another Santa Claus one, a stand-up Santa Claus. This was just a head for also $99.97. That's my magic number. I don't know why I do 97. I think when I first started watching the YouTube videos, somebody said it's a psychological thing. 97 is a good number. Plus, in my head, like most people do 99. So if it's somebody has it for $29.99 and mine's $29.97, they're gonna be like, oh, this one's 2 cents cheaper, because of the way the human mind works. But but yeah, there was just a couple of the bigger sales from last week, because I didn't do a video at the end of the week, because I've just been busy trying to get this stuff listed. And we went to Halloween Horror Nights also. We did that last Friday night. Had a great time there. Went through the Ghostbusters fire haunted house there. My first HHN. I had a blast. Didn't get to hit all the houses, but we did check out, Diagon Alley, all that Harry Potter stuff, all that nerdy stuff, and it was fun. So, and we live about a half hour away from the park, so I plan on hoping to get there at least once a week, just for fun, unwind. Especially during the winter here, because normally up in New York I'd be cooped up all winter. So I'm planning on taking this weather and utilizing this beautiful weather down here in Florida. But so there's sales from this week. I gotta hit the death pile. Let me know some of your death pile secrets. What do you do to keep yourself motivated other than sales? Sales are a good motivator, yes. But what do you do to, when you look at that death pile and you just kind of get that feeling of dread of, oh, why did I buy this junk? Why? Or it's not junk. I mean, it's inventory nonetheless. But my goal is by next week, this time next week, not to have a death pile. It's not completely out of control, but it's definitely, it's just, plus I gotta organize a little bit better because I got some over here, some over there, some in that closet, some in a box out there, some in the cars. So that'll be interesting. But what do you do to, keep yourself going through that death pile even when you're sourcing, instead of just adding to that pile? Let me know in the comments. But thanks for tuning in, guys. I guess I'll catch you next time.